What's up, city leaders? I hope you guys are doing great. I can't believe it's already the end of summer. So since we don't get a whole lot of time in huddles or the debriefs after service, I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys since we don't have our first leadership summit until the end of the month, just to check in with you guys, give you guys a few updates, and also cast some vision for where we're going to be going at the city in these next 3 months. So first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much for choosing to come alongside the city in this season. In the past 2 months, we've seen some highs, some lows as far as numbers and kids, but I'm so excited that we've gotten to build a foundation over the summer so that as school starts again, kids are coming back from vacation, we'll be able to serve them consistently. So first, I just wanted to say thank you so much for choosing to commit to the city, to come alongside us, even while we're still growing, while we're getting together to serve the students we have at this church. And next, I just wanted to check in with you guys and see how things were going. The first month, we were kind of just getting our sea legs underneath us. And this month, we were focusing on starting to get into some individual students' lives. So I wanted to hear from you guys which student you've kind of chosen to be yours. Eventually, we'll get to the point where we each have a few, but right now we get to focus on one-on-one discipleship. So I wanted to hear from you guys how this month went, if you were able to have some phone conversations, if you were able to get into some students' lives outside of the city, and also who you're choosing to focus on. I know for the girls, we have Micah and Joshua pretty consistent, and for the girls, we have Bree and Naya and Camille that have been pretty consistent. So I feel like for those 5 students, those can be 5 that we're targeting over the next couple months, that we start to build a relationship with not only them, but also their parents, with the family as a whole. So if you guys could email me back and let me know which student you want to focus on. And I'm mostly asking this so since there's only 5 of them, that we don't have too much overlap, so that not all of the girls pick Bree and so on and so forth. Of course, this is something we're asking of the small group leaders. For the service leaders, this isn't a requirement that we have of you. But as a service leader, if you want to jump into that, then just let me know. We'd love to have you as long for the ride with that as well. But I wanted to give you guys some upcoming information for kind of where we're going in the next few months. Obviously, the first month, like I said, we're just getting started. Last month, we were just trying to get to know the students, get to know who they are, and start building a relationship with them. And for these next 3 months, we want to start focusing on establishing the identity of the city with these students and building it for when more students come. The 3 core values that the city has is fun, community, and discipleship. We believe that you start with fun. You start with making them feel like they belong, which is kind of our mission statement, one of our mission statements here at the city. So we want to start with having fun with them. Next is community, and we do that through small groups. We do that through events. We do that through spending quality time together. We want to build that community so that they have a place, so that they can build it to the 3rd core value, which is discipleship. When they have small groups, when they start building relationships, when they start going a little bit deeper with each other, and we're able to start speaking in their lives and seeing some of that life changes, they become fully committed disciples of Christ. So for these next 3 months, we want to focus on these 3 core values. So this month we are going to focus on fun, which is going to be awesome. And I would love to hear if you guys have ideas for how to do this as well. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get that sound system back up there. We're going to start getting some music pumping when they're walking in. So Connor, I know you said you had a playlist. If you want to send that our way, we'll start playing that as they walk in at the beginning of service, just to create a fun atmosphere. For the games, we're going to get a little bit of competition going. So also, hopefully this will give them incentive to keep coming back, if they have any say in it. They normally don't. Normally it's their parents who are driving them. But we're going to keep a score chart of who comes and who wins the games. So at the end of the month, they won't just get candy every week when they win. At the end of the month, whoever wins the most games will also get a gift card. So with that, we also want to start doing some more fun games. Since we have such few people, we can do a lot more creative games and a lot more fun games, like some of the food games we were doing last month. So if you have any ideas for games, I'd love to hear them. And if you want to lead a game, I'd love to hear that from you too, and we'll start getting that going. We want to create a culture of fun when they walk in, and then also in our small groups. We want to start off with fun. We want to start off with those talk about it sections at the top. We really want to make that a fun time where they can connect with each other, so that it feels a little bit different than Vic Kids. It's not just asking questions and having them answered back. We want to create a conversation going where they're building off of what each other's saying and truly making it a conversation, not just a question and response time. So this month, we're going to be focusing on fun. Next month in September, we're going to be talking about community. That's actually the series that we're going to be in. And plus, we're going to have our camp at the beginning of the month for our 6th graders, and that is absolutely the best time that they can build community in each other. We'll probably also try to do some kind of a community event in late September, give you guys a break after camp. But we'll do some kind of a community event, our first outing. So maybe that's going to see a movie, roller skating. I don't know if kids even roller skate anymore. We do it at Norcross. But I also would love to hear your guys' suggestions, especially those of you that live closer in the Midtown area. I personally do not. I'd love to hear suggestions of what you guys have. And you guys can also talk in your small groups, see what you think the kids would like to do. We'd love to give some kind of a community event so that they can have fun together as a community to try to build some more of that core within them. And then in October, we're going to be focusing on discipleship. And discipleship looks like a lot of different things, but hopefully at the end of 3 months of focus time with them, we'll have some deeper relationships and we'll have a core group of students. We're hoping and believing and praying that now that summer's over, people will be going back in their routines for back to school. So we're hoping that we'll kind of have a core group of students that we can start pouring into here in these next couple weeks. So in October, with that discipleship aspect, we'll have had some time with them, and then we'll start going a little bit deeper. I believe our series for October is going to be on leadership. So we'll be drilling down a little bit with them. For them, we'll probably start a little bit more character-based leadership, like Habitudes by Tim Elmore, if you've ever heard of that book before. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an idea of where we're going for these next 3 months. The next couple months, we just want to focus on establishing the core of the city and who we are. And the way we do that is through you as leaders pouring into our students. So again, I just want to say that I'm so thankful. Pastor Earl and I, Pastor Mo and Kendra, they're so thankful to have you guys along for this journey. This church believes so much in the next generation, and for us at that middle school level, it's often an age where students are forgotten about, but we get to take them and shape them and mold them. So I'm so excited to be able to do this alongside you guys as we look forward to these next 3 months. And lastly, I'm going to try to make this video under 10 minutes. We're at 8 right now, so I'm going to make it real quick. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of some upcoming events. I've talked to a couple of the groups in debriefs about these, but wanted to make sure you knew what was coming up. First, on August 10th, we've got our small group leader rally. I'm sure you've been hearing about it in the main service as well, but Pastors Mo and Kendra will be sharing their heart for a little bit. And then we'll also get a time together to talk about what's upcoming as well with our ministries. So we would love to see you guys there for that. Just make sure you register at victorymidtown.com/volunteer rally. So we'll be doing that on the 10th. The 17th, the very next Saturday, we've got a lot going on in August. We have the Victory as a Whole small group leader rally. And that's going to be here at Norcross. I believe it's from 9:30 to 12. And we'll be getting a lot of good info from that. And then lastly for August, on August 24th, we are also going to be having a leadership summit for all of the city leaders across all of the campuses. It's going to be a really great time. We're going to be able to get together, hear some good teaching for us as leaders and also us personally, and then we're going to go out and do something fun together. Now, let me tell you, I know that that's a whole lot. That's 3 Saturdays in a row. So if you can't be at all 3 of those things, I would say your top priorities would be 1, to go to the Midtown rally, and then 2, to come to the city leaders rally, because a lot of the things that you'll be getting at the small group rally will also be covering with you at the city leader rally. So we would love to have you at all 3. We think they're beneficial, but I realize it's a whole lot coming up, especially when you consider that just 2 weeks after, we're going to be doing City Camp. Now, let me tell you about City Camp. So a lot of you guys have already heard me talk about this. A lot of you guys have also been at camp with us, but this after missions trips is my absolute favorite thing we do here at the city. It's a time where we get away. We leave Friday after work, we come back Sunday afternoon, so you get to go to bed early Sunday night and get some rest before work on Monday. But it's a time where we get away, students get away from the distractions of their phone, from their friends, from their family, and they just get a push into God. That's maybe not what they're coming for. Maybe that is what they're coming for, but we get to help guide them. I usually say that the conversations we have on Sundays, they're leading up to the conversations that we get to have with them at camp. So we do worship, we do services, but then the big focus is that we do a small group session after every service, which is actually even longer than the service itself, because we want to give you time as small groups to be able to pour into each other and build that bond. So that's coming up too. And that's the last thing I'll talk about here, just for the sake of time. But I wanted to make sure, if you want to go on that, we need you to go ahead and register. We do give you a severe discount, as severe as a discount as we can on that camp. So for leaders, it only costs $50 to go. The deadline to register is tomorrow night. But because we haven't been talking a whole lot about that as leaders, we haven't had a whole lot of time in the huddles and debriefs. If you need a little bit more time as far as getting money together to register for that, just let me know and we'll work it out. But we would love to have you register for that. If you happen to know, like, you've got something going on Saturday, you've got something going on that weekend, but you'll still be there for Sunday service, please also let me know, because we'll of course still have services back here for the city. We'll have Erskine from Fusion at Norcross. He's going to be our guest speaker. And we would love to have small group leaders here for that as well. So if you can't go to camp, but you'd be able to serve that Sunday, please let me know so we can make sure we plug you in for that. But again, as I close up, just wanted to say thank you so much for all you're doing for this city. I know it's a commitment. I know that it takes time, it takes heart, it takes emotional energy. But thank you guys so much for what you're doing. Even though we've only seen it in small ways so far, we've seen kids be more open. We've seen them be willing to discuss things in their groups. And that's because you guys have been making it a place where they belong. You've been making them feel comfortable. So thank you guys so much for the ways you're pouring into our students, and I'll see you guys soon.